Hello, I am Sanjay Pulipaka. Welcome to the latest edition of Global Perspectives, where we engage with scholars from diverse fields on political, economic, social, security, and other contemporary issues. Today, we have with us Aditya Shivamurthy, who is an associate fellow at Observer Research Foundation. He focuses on South Asian region, specifically Sri Lanka, Bhutan, and the Maldives. Aditya, welcome to the Global Perspectives.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Welcome. The recent elections in Maldives has generated considerable interest, not just within the Maldivian society, but it has attracted a lot of international attentions. Why do you think it has happened? Is it because Maldives is geopolitically important in the Indian Ocean region, or is a lot more to it than geopolitical dynamics?
To start with, I think Maldives has always been a crucial location in terms of, being located in Indian Ocean. Back in the World War II time, the British were operating a naval base from the Maldives. In the Cold War time, the USSR had requested the Maldives to offer a military base to them, although the Maldives had rejected it, trying to be neutral. But I think that kind of cruciality has always been there with the Maldives. Probably what has changed in recent years is the attention that Indian Ocean is getting. Following the 70s, 80s, most of the war and most of the competition was focused elsewhere rather than in the Indian Ocean. But I think now that Indian Ocean is getting more and more importance, the Indo-Pacific region is getting more and more importance. And Maldives located, not very distant from Africa, not very distant from South Asia, somewhere in between. I think that's why it attracts a lot of attention from a lot of scholars and experts on who are working on the Indo-Pacific region. Geographically speaking, it's in between the Indian Ocean, and it's very crucial. A lot of players have been involved in recent years to woo Maldives, to try to have a influence, try to have a say in the Maldivian policy. And I think this has been for the primary reason that Indo-Pacific region has been growing into prominence. Now, probably the second thing why a lot of attention has been driven to the Maldives is also the China factor, right? Back till 2013, 2012, India Maldives relations were were very normal. There was no perfect competition coming from anyone else. Starting from 2014, China started making its inroads through Belt Road Initiative, through its mega infrastructure projects, the debt trap narratives. So all of these things subsequently happened and evolved during President Yamin's regime. That was basically from 2013 to 2018. And it was basically China's involvement that attracted a lot of people to look at Maldives. The West, the UK, the US, all of them also started criticizing Yamin in the end days of his regime for, having a tilt towards China and also having less regard for human rights, having less regard for democracy. So I think that kind of, Chinese involvement, and following that, the India Out campaign that has been carried out against India and, normalization of relations against India. I think that has been the reason, why Maldives has still been so much in attention. And now that this has been seen as pro-China and a pro-India parties fighting against each other, which might not definitely be the case, but from outside, if anyone looks at it, it definitely seems like a party that was close, that has always been closer to India, and a party that has always taken a stance against India, at least since 2013, and a pro-China stance is something that a lot of people see from a black and white perspective, and I think it gets more appealing when you look at it that way.